Hello, my name is Benny Soto, and I'm going to be going over my multimedia project, my final project for CECS 5110. We start here with my homepage. You can read a little bit about me. I was basically in Laredo, live in Houston now. Professional background, double majored in biology and psychology. I taught for 5 years and am currently a campus instructional technologist. My goals are to use this degree in learning technology and move vertically, in my district, and for it to open and broaden, my marketability and my career options. My final blog post link is there. I talk about how grateful I am to have learned all these, tools in Adobe Creative Cloud, and how to develop instruction using multimedia. I believe that it's the forefront of education, and I'm glad to be part of it. You can read about my reflection and references down here. So moving along, my first project was text instruction, and so the project I decided to instruct on was teaching learners how to drive a disc golf disc from a standstill. For this project, I taught that using only text. I embedded the text using Flash, so the user can interact with this document here, click on the vernacular, the different vocabulary words, and learn the vernacular for this project. The one thing that I did learn is that when you teach using text only, you need to make sure that the learner understands the vocabulary, otherwise they'll be confused and the instruction will not be effective. Here I talk about the projects, talk about my reflection, and I also have a reflection here on the project with references. You can download the instructional design document and the original instructional set here. Moving on to visual. For this project, I utilized Photoshop, and again, using visual onlys, I taught learners how to drive a disc golf disc from a standstill. And these images took me a long time to create and put together, but in the end, I was really happy with the synthesis. I believe that if anyone looks at this document, they'll be able to execute the objectives properly. I talk about it in my blogs here. You can download the design document. You can download the original instructional set here. You can read about my reflection on this project, and here's my reference. Oh, and also, at any point, you can click here to email me. The user can click here to go back home. The next project was visual text. For this project, we combined visual and text together, and I thought this is a really powerful way to instruct learners because it basically utilizes two modes to supplement each other to instruct, the objective. For example, if the learner is having trouble just learning from text alone, they can refer to the visual. And if the learner is having trouble just looking at the visual alone, they can refer to the text. And so these two modes kind of supplement each other. And this was a fun project, combining these two. You can read about that process on my blogs. You can download the instructional planning document. If you look at the instructional set, I have a table of contents that organizes all the content really nicely, and of course you can explore the document and download it. So moving along to our next project, audio. So in audio, I really had fun developing the instruction for this particular project. I used Audacity to record, and I got the script from the original text document. Basically, I just modified it, and you can look at the script source here. But the audio project was one of my favorite projects, to instruct learners. But in and of itself is not very effective. I think you need to incorporate audio with something else to supplement it, together. But here's my reflection, my resources. You can read about my processes in the blog posts, download the design document, and read more about my reflection on this project. So then moving forward, I got the audio visual project here, and I embedded it as well using Flash. Now for this particular project, the interactive PDF one-page instructional design revised document I had a little trouble with. I had to actually reconstruct this piece several times, and it wasn't until I saw other students' project that I was able to get it. So basically what I did is I combined visuals, audio, and text. So the best of all three media, so that the learner can just look at this one document and learn how to drive a disc golf disc from a standstill with this one document alone. So I picked, some of the best visuals, some of the best audio, and like the most important text, combine it together in this interactive PDF here. You can read about my processes in my blog. Again, you can download the design doc, and you can read the original, download the original PDF document here. I just want to go over one thing really quick on the original PDF. The reason that I made this a little bit different is I wanted to incorporate all the websites that I used when I was learning how to drive a disc golf disc, when I was an amateur, when I was a beginner. And so all these websites I wanted to pass down to the learners so they can use them in their own way, and hopefully it helps them out. So that was my reasoning behind hyperlinking professional website in the hopes that it would help learners how to drive a disc golf disc from a standstill, just like it did me. All right, so moving along, you can read about my reflection, my blog posts, my references are there. So moving along to video. Video was one of my favorite projects that I created for this course. For this set here, I took my student assistant and I instructed him how to record using my Canon Rebel 3i, and just went out to the park and had a whole bunch of fun. I went over the goals, objectives, used Premiere to chop it up and combine it together and put it under 10 minutes. It was a lot of fun. The only thing that I would change from this project is that I would put text here as I introduce new objectives or like important aspects of driving a disc golf disc from a standstill. Time was a little bit tight, so I wasn't able to get to that, but if I would have changed one thing, that was that. This is my video mashup. I had a lot of fun with this mashup. This is one of my favorite poems. For this one, I recorded my fiance, my student assistant, and myself, and I took a screenshot of the poem and I just mashed it up with video files, and I created a title for it. It was a lot of fun. You can read about my blog post here. You can download the instructional design document and read my reflections. And then finally, the multimedia project. This project took me about 20 hours to create. It was a lot of work. It was, a lot of frustrating work, but in the end, I was very pleased with the final result of the multimedia webpage. It was pretty awesome. So you can read about my reflection here. My resources are there. You can read about it in my blog post and download the instructional design document. And that pretty much wraps it up. One other little thing, my name here is hyperlinked, so it takes you back to the index page for this course. If you click on the home page, it'll take you back to my home page, and so all pages are kind of interlinked. Thank you very much for your time, and I really enjoyed this course, and I look forward to utilizing everything that I learned here in my other classes and in my professional career. Thanks.